Mushrooms and Dragons, Season 2, Episode 9. Season 2 Finale, Death of the Gods. The days of the week are named after the ancient gods. Sunday was named after the sun. Monday was named after the moon. Tuesday is Mars. Wednesday is Mercury. Thursday is Jupiter. Friday is Venus. Saturday is Saturn. You could scroll on Wikipedia and see all the different languages that the people named the days of the week after the gods. And the gods are the planets. The 5 wandering stars, plus the sun and the moon, making a total of 7 planets. The ancient Babylonians, the Greeks, the Persians, the Romans, the medieval Christians, and others thought of the 7 planets as gods and named their 7 days of the week after the gods. In Chinese religion, the deities are the planets. Even in Hinduism, Buddha is Mercury, Brihaspati is Jupiter. A god or a deity has authority over the universe, nature, or the lives of whatever lives on this planet. And I just went through 8 episodes of giving you examples of all the interactions that God had with the nature and the lives of all the animals and the peoples on this planet. I just went through 8 episodes giving you examples of planet gods slaying giant serpents throughout all types of mythologies all over the world. Gods versus dragons. We gave you Typhon versus Zeus, Marduk, planet Jupiter, and the dragon Tiamat. The god Quetzalcoatl and the feathered serpent. Planet Venus, Ninurta, the planet Venus, and Anzu, the dragon. Indra, the planet Mars, killing the dragon Viratra. The mighty Thor, planet Jupiter, versus Jumenganda, the dragon. I found a cool picture of Michael the Archangel, planet Venus, versus the dragon, Satan. If you type in Greek gods or Egyptian gods or Babylonian gods versus dragons, you will get really cool pictures of some new age art, some old school art of like Zeus versus Typhon, or Hercules versus the Hydra. It all depends on what you type in, but I learned that the planets were the gods from Immanuel Velikovsky. Velikovsky's ideas were that the gods, the planets, did battle in the sky, and they also interacted with planet Earth. And the first time it interacted with planet Earth was the deluge, Noah's flood. It was caused by planet Saturn. He thinks that it exploded or did something to cause all the rain to fall on the planet Earth, and then for Jupiter to take over in the solar system. He doesn't give us a time frame, but he says the next interaction was the planet Mercury and destruction of the Tower of Babel. Then Jupiter rains down lightning bolts onto planet Earth, destroying things like Sodom and Gomorrah. This is when Jupiter said, "Take that, Sodom and Gomorrah." Then planet Jupiter gave birth to planet Venus, and it caused the events called the Exodus. At this point, Venus knocked Earth off of its axis and put us on a tilted axis. Venus as a flaming comet coming towards planet Earth. 52 years later, Venus came back around, causing the events in the Bible with Joshua when he made the sun and the moon stand still. Then, in the 8th century, Mars interacted with planet Venus. Then in the 7th century, Mars interacted with planet Venus and planet Earth. After colliding with Mars, Venus fell into a regular planetary orbit, and now everything is stable and there are no dragons. Season 2, Episode 1 was a little over a month ago, and we did 8 episodes in a little over a month. So we've been busy, we've been consistent, and we've been having fun making the videos. In Episode 1, we gave you the godly names that the ancient people had for the planet Saturn. Saturn, Kronos, Osiris, El, Brahma. In Episode 2, we gave you the godly names the ancient people had for the planet Mercury. Hermes and Thoth, Apollo, Nebo, Buddha, Krishna, Enki, Odin. In Episodes 3 and 4, we gave you the godly names the ancient people had for the planet Jupiter. Zeus, Thor, Enlil, Shiva, Jove, Baal, Ahura Mazda, Viracocha, Yahweh. In Episodes 5, 6, and 7, we gave you the godly names the ancient people had for the planet Venus. Athena, Minerva, the Morning Star, Lucifer, the Golden Calf, Michael the Archangel. And in Episode 8, we gave you the godly names that the ancient people had for the planet Mars. Ares, Indra, Nergal, Fenrir, Anubis, Huitzilopochtli. I'm going to focus in on this part right here where it says Venus was ejected from Jupiter as a comet and caused the events we know as the Exodus. Minerva, Athena, both of them are planet Venus, and they were born from the forehead of their father Zeus, or planet Jupiter. Jupiter's rotation is the fastest in the solar system, rotating on its axis in less than 10 hours. Jupiter's rotation is so fast, when it gave birth to planet Venus, it knocked it backwards, just like the image on the screen. Planet Venus has been slowed down and turned against its orbital direction. This is called retrograde, and it means that Venus is spinning backwards. If you search images for the red spot on planet Jupiter, you're going to find something like this, like the size of Earth or Venus would be compared to the red spot on planet Jupiter, or Jupiter giving birth to a planet like Venus or Earth. When Venus was born, think of this game right here, Fling Pong the Planets. She bounced around our solar system into everything, and she even knocked Earth off of its axis, putting us on a tilted axis. This is planet Mars, with a big scar running down it. In this image, the scar is blue. Nonetheless, it's a gigantic scar, as if Mars was injured in battle. This is a colorful image of planet Venus you could find on the web. It looks like it has scars or electrical arcs draped across it. If you rotate the picture, you will see that Venus has battle scars all over her. We're going to connect these puzzle pieces to give you the clearest picture that we can. So let's go. Our claim is in the days of the Exodus. Planet Jupiter gave birth to planet Venus. It came towards us for a few days, knocking us off of our axis. And this is Yahweh sending his angel in the Bible. Acts 19:35, King James Bible. Great goddess Diana falls down from planet Jupiter. Also, the word Lucifer means the shining one, the morning star, planet Venus, who fell from heaven and destroyed our world. After the world was destroyed, the Israelites spent 40 years wandering through a desert. After Moses led them through the desert for 40 years, Joshua took over and led them in battle, and they went to war for about 10 years until the Lord intervened. When the Lord intervened, he launched large hailstones down onto them. Then he made the sun and the moon stop in their motion. And every 50 years after this event, the Jews waited and anticipated and celebrated every 50th year the Jubilee year. The Aztec sunstone, called the calendar stone, is a 52-year century calendar. At the end of a 52-year cycle, the Aztecs celebrated something called the New Fire Ceremony. What it is that they were celebrating that the planet, the god, did not come back around and destroy the world. Every 50 years, the planet came back around and destroyed the world. And at the end of 52 years, if the planet did not come, well, then they celebrated that the world wasn't going to get destroyed. A few jubilees later, and Venus got caught in a net with Mars. In the Iliad, Book 5, Minerva, planet Venus, took Mars by the hand and said to him, "Mars, you blood-stained stormer of cities, leave the Trojans and the Achaeans to fight for themselves." And she drew Mars out of the battle. In Book 21, the gods fight, and Ares charges Athena, Mars and Venus. Venus wins by hitting Mars with a big stone, and then she goes after Aphrodite, who is the moon. So this is the planets interacting over the battlefield in the Trojan War. The Aztec god of war, Huitzilopochtli, planet Mars, instructed the Aztec people to leave, and he directed them to Tenochtitlan. And then he instructed them to fight their neighboring groups because they worshipped Quetzalcoatl, the planet Venus. There are two very similar stories about astral events happening and causing the people down below to go to war and migrate and travel. A few jubilees later, and we come to Isaiah, son of Amos, and he said that the Lord was above us, and that he stormed the walls, and that he cleansed the bloodstains with a spirit of fire. The Lord will create a cloud of smoke by day and a glow of flaming fire by night that will cover over all, that will make shade and stop the rain. In Season 2, almost all of my information has come directly from the Immanuel Velikovsky books. The major differences between my videos and his books are the dragons, the serpents, and the monsters. He claimed because there were no dragon fossils, that the dragons and the serpents in the mythologies had to be comets in the sky. Velikovsky did not have Google Earth, so he could not see the serpent laying across the east coast of the United States of America. You see, we zoom into the face, and there goes the serpent, Kukulkan. Using Google Earth, we zoom into Africa, and we see the dragon from Norse mythology, from Greek mythology, from the Bible, Set the dragon, from the Babylonian tablets, from the ancient Hindu text using Google Earth. We zoom into Australia, which is the head of a deity named Garuda doing battle with the Nagas. And here are the three Nagas. 1, 2, the Leviathan, and 3, the pregnant rainbow serpent. And you could see all this on Google Earth, and Velikovsky could not. I claim that there is no geology. The ground is made up of dead monsters. I've been asked, well, what about the land that the dragons are on top of? My response is, the land underneath the dragons are dragons that died in earlier times. This is Hippocampus. He was killed by Hermes in the days when planet Mercury attacked us. And in the days when Jupiter attacked us, he killed different dragons. And in the days when Saturn exploded and dropped rain on us, they killed different dragons. And then planet Venus killed different dragons, and Mars killed different dragons. So, kind of like Alien vs. Predator, where the aliens are dropping these monsters and then they're coming and attacking and hunting them. So once again, geology does not exist. The rocks, the metal, the oil, the gas, anything coming out of the ground is a fossil to a dragon, a monster, or even a giant. Speaking of giants, I believe in season 3, we're gonna dive into some giants. So the ancient dragons are real. They did live. The planets are alive. They give birth to each other. What else are we not understanding about our world? Geology, history, and religion seems to be incorrect and could use some revising. Well, what else is incorrect? What about physics and the speed of light? What about evolution and us evolving from monkeys? How about who and what we are? Think about these things, because we might have some answers for you. In season 3,